Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Independence Day. It is Tuesday, and I have Mrs. Dawg with me. Two special guests. I have Mrs. Dawg and Ella, who's kind of looking sleepy right now. Teddy is over here trying to find the gecko, so if he barks, please bear with us on that. He is a special dog, I tell you. Special in many ways.
Not all of them good.
Not all, not all of them good. Um, we dare not forget. I ran across this quote, and I had forgotten about it. This quote somebody posted on social media last night that said, "We dare not forget that we are the heirs of that first revolution." We are. And that was said by John F. Kennedy, JFK, a long while ago. And it is Independence Day. A lot of people call it July 4th. Mrs. Dawg has a thought about that. But what do you think about it?
We don't call Christmas December 25th day.
We don't call Christmas December 25th. I like that. So, yeah, it's Independence Day, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And this goes back to, wear the colors. And I mentioned this before, don't be ashamed to do it. Don't be, and I've heard people say, and on some comments in the past on other posts, on other channels, I'm ashamed to be in America. Don't be that. I mean, what have you done? You ain't done anything wrong. We're not perfect people. We're not, don't be ashamed. Be proud. We are a unique nation. I mean, this started off a while back, 260 years ago, started as an experiment, a republic. And as Benjamin Franklin said, when they asked him, do we have a monarchy or do we have a republic? And he said, you have a republic if you can keep it. And I forget who else said, was it Reagan that said that we can lose it in one generation? It's all it takes. It could be quicker. And we still loosely have it now. I mean, we still have good relative freedom, and we should celebrate that and support it the best we can. Are we a perfect nation? No, we are not. And things do seem a mess right now, but they seem a mess not just here but all over, don't they? I mean, it's not just in the United States. And so this world is upside down right now. But in the nation, a lot of people are saying the United States is done. We're not mentioned in the Bible, all of that. But we don't know. We are not done yet. We are still here. And this reminds me, I didn't mention this in the last video, but was it Friday that we went to that? We went to a farmer's market, a little farmer's market. No, Saturday morning. Saturday morning we went to farmer's market in Athens. And we've been to it before. It's really cool. It's a farmer's market, and they got other stuff there too. They got soaps and things like that people make, and so it's local. A lot of local businesses. We like to look at that and support it. But I went similar to this. I had my hat. I had my colors. Miss Dawg did too. But this is Athens. This is the middle of Athens. This is not the outskirts of Athens. Those of you who are familiar with it, this is not Epsbridge Road, Oconee County. This is Athens. Okay, yes, college town, but it is a bastion of liberalism. It is a bastion of the left. It really is. But we go in there anyway, wear our stuff. I think, and it was crowded. Well, it was very crowded, and I think we were about the only ones that had anything like this on, anything with a flag, anything resembling the holiday.
We get some looks.
But we got some looks, y'all. We walked in there, and people are like, I'm like, how you doing? Good morning. I was just trying to look for tomatoes. I'm trying to find a good looking tomato. I don't know. But hey, look at me. That's fine. I looked at him back.
Yep.
You did too.
Mm-hmm.
polite, but they didn't give us no trouble. I mean, we just had looks. That's all it went. That's all. That's as far as it went. But we didn't go gray that day, did we?
No.
We chose not to go gray. There are times when you don't have to go. I'm not going to go gray. Okay. There are times when we probably should.
Mhm.
We have to use our discernment on that. But anyway, I just had to tell that little story. But yeah, you have a republic if you can keep it. And yes, we still have it. We have a remnant of it at least. I know the government is corrupt to the core. Its institutions are just, they may look shiny on the outside, but inside they're just, they are rotten, layered rotten. There's Teddy.
Yeah.
And that's the truth. They are, but the spirit, the people, the spirit of the freedom is still, I believe, is still here. It's still there. And I think it will continue for some time. How long, we don't know. This could change in 6 months. It could change overnight. It can change next year. Will we still have the relative freedom that we have now a year from now? We don't know. I mean, right now, if we wanted to, we could jump in a car and drive cross country to California. And we have the freedom to do that if we want to. So we do have that. We can go buy a personal protection device right now. In Georgia especially, we can go do that right now. Actually, we can carry it if we want to. In Georgia, we have constitutional carry. We can carry it on our person without a license. Now, I have a license to carry. Just I'd had it, before they changed that law here. But now you don't even have to have that, for now at least. Now, again, how long will that last? We don't know. But so things can change. But live in it now and enjoy it. Travel if you can, if you're able. So the spirit is still there, I do believe, and we should hold on to that. Foster it as much as we can. Educate those around us. Educate the youngsters, especially the younger generations and the young generation now. They're not getting into school for the most part. Do all we can to reinforce, educate. Okay. Again, I know we got all kind of problems. We got crime. I'm looking at stories yesterday, last night. We have mass shootings every day, just about. There was one in Philadelphia last night. There was one in, I can't remember, DC. You got the little bombings going on in DC the day before that. I mean, it's going to be something else today, tomorrow. But, what are we going to do? You're just going to hide in the home? No, you can't do that. We can be very aware. We need to focus on Christ first, of course. Focus on our spiritual readiness. Focus on the community, family, connect with others of like-minded, like faith, your fellowship. We had dinner with some friends, another couple from our church. Was that Friday night?
Yep.
And she was the wife, the couple. She was saying she's a runner, and she said, "I'm a runner." And I was like, at first I thought you run marathons or something. And she said, "No, we run. We're just trying to outrun the madness, the craziness, the crime, and all that." And I'm like, we are too, but how far can you run? When do you just make it your Alamo? At some point we have to keep the stakes down and gather and group together and what do you think? I mean, we have to. We can't run forever. We have to form a neighborhood watch, and not just in name and practice. We have to barter. Ms. Dawg was bartering yesterday.
I sure did.
I mean, what was that? Was it carrots? The carrot tops or something?
Yeah, I took the carrot tops and the spent bush of green bean plants to the neighbor that has chickens, and she gave me a dozen eggs.
A dozen eggs from her chickens just down the street here. So I know that's a small thing, but it could be a start. So however we can group together, I think that's what we're going to have to do in the future or going forward, is to focus local, focus neighborhood, community, and for multiple purposes, for even for safety, safety in numbers, for underground economy. We may have to develop somewhat of an underground economy with what's coming. We know what's coming. So, produce, think about, what can you produce? Do you have chickens? Do you have rabbits? Do you have other livestock? What skill do you have? Like we had carrots and we traded with another neighbor before, not this year, but
Tomatoes.
for tomatoes. He grew tomatoes like nobody's business. And we had an abundance of beans. So we made a swap. So what do you produce? What do you make? What can you make? What can you repair, restore? What labor do you have? What knowledge? Do you have medical knowledge? Do you teach? Are you a mechanic? Can you build? I know some people who can build anything, and I'm amazed at that. Mrs. Dawg can restore a piece of furniture and make it look like it's in the 1800s again. And I'm in awe of that. I can't do that. I don't know. I mean, I can assist, I guess, in a way or something. I can
Sewing.
sewing,
Because we might not be able to buy clothes.
sewing, right? Just
Repair.
the skills of our ancestors are going to may become very important. Medical, it may come a day when 911 just ain't going to work. I mean,
We might find out tonight.
we may find out tonight.
People blowing their fingers off.
Yeah, we're going to have some fireworks. It's going to sound like 1776 tonight out here. It did last night till late, like
1 a.m.
sounded like Beirut, Lebanon out here. I mean,
Sleep? What's that?
yeah, we didn't sleep a lot. We slept some this morning, but so think about ways. What talent do you have that could be useful in an underground economy, in an underground, or so to speak, underground economy, or a community, your neighborhood, your tribe, whatever you want to call it. Just be thinking of that while we have time. Now, we may trudge along like we are right now. I don't know, for another number of years. Sometimes I think that way, and then sometimes I think, well, we have supposedly an election coming up next year. Is that going to happen? What's going to happen with that, around that? That could be a turning point also. So I don't know. Any thoughts, Mrs.
Could be
Dawg?
tomorrow. It could be 10 years from now. Who knows?
Could be tomorrow. Yeah, it could be down the road. Jesus could come tomorrow. We don't.
He's the only one that knows.
He's the only one. No, the Father and the Father they only know. So we do see a lot of signs. Things are crazy right now, but we just don't. We really don't know. We don't know how long this there goes Teddy. This fragile republic is going to hold up. Yeah, it has some banana in it. It has some banana in the republic right now. Definitely, I agree. I know y'all are going to, share what you think about that. What do y'all think? What are you doing? Are you in a situation where in your community y'all are doing some things and grouping together and communicating? I think that's going to be the challenge, is coordinating and communicating, and let us know what you think about that, or if you're doing that in your area. Okay. That's my thoughts on today. Enjoy the Independence Day. Let us know what you're doing. If you got special plans, I have a verse to share before I forget. I almost forgot. This is from Galatians chapter 5, verse 13. This is where Paul is talking to the people in the church. And he's saying, for you were called to freedom, brothers, only do not use your freedom as an opportunity for the flesh, but through love, serve one another. Kind of what we're talking about, how can you be an example, serve others around you, and as you would want to be treated as well. I think we're called to do that. I don't know. It's tough sometimes. It really is. It's tough. What do you think, Ms. Dawg? Any other thoughts or any things that are coming up in your brain right now?
I gotta get busy preparing carrots.
Preparing carrots.
You watch the video?
Yeah. So, oh yeah, the video, I meant to mention this earlier. Did a Mrs. Dawg. We did a Mrs. Dawg garden video yesterday. If you're not subscribed, if you haven't watched it, please go ahead and check it out. Mrs. Dawg video. I'll have a link to in the description to her channel if you haven't done that yet. If you like this video, just a reminder to hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It helps the channel out, helps us out. We appreciate that. All right. Let's be safe. God bless you. See you soon.